Hi everyone, I just wanted to show you today my collection of Charlotte Tilbury makeup because I know it's very popular. What I have first is the Magic Cream by Charlotte. I use this as a primer. It's got a little bit of an SPF in it, but it's also got in it some skincare. This was made after she made her other Magic Cream, which is a lot thicker, and that's in a little glass jar, which I have as well. She has a flawless filter. Now this is like a highlighting glowy serum that you can wear alone, under foundation or over foundation. Looks like a lot, but you'll see how it's just a glow from within that shows through your foundation. I prefer to wear it under my foundation. You can wear it on top, or you can put it in specific places and target areas that you want more glow than others. So you can see how that's instantly amped up the glow in my skin. I have the Airbrush Flawless Filter and I have it in the number 1, which is, maybe it's a shade too light, but I think it's easier to work with a foundation that's a little bit too light than a foundation that's a little bit too dark. I'm going to put 2 pumps on because I'm using a sponge. Usually if you use a sponge, you might use a little bit more than if you use a brush. You'll see what I mean when I tell you I think the colour's a little bit too light, but it ends up looking fine. We can fix it. I'm going to definitely take that through my eyes and just get my skin the one colour. This can be a full coverage foundation or it can be light to medium. Just putting a little bit more in the areas where I feel like I might need the extra coverage anyway. So there's our base. I think it probably oxidizes probably maybe half a shade, maybe a bit more. Next thing we'll put on is the bronzer. Now this is really handy because you just twist it to open it and twist it to close it. You have playtime with it. I just prefer to blend this one as I go. It just makes it a little bit easier when you're blending it in because it will dry a tiny bit. What I like about this is it's very, very light. It doesn't feel like you're putting extra coverage on at all. I might just put a little bit more of that. You can build up your intensity as you want to as well. I got the colour Fair Medium in this, and I'm actually fine with that because, like I said, you can build it up. I'm going to put on bronzer afterwards. Take that down my nose quickly and also under my chin. This is the Magic Away concealer. I'm sure you've all seen it. Comes with a little applicator like this. It's just a twist and you can see here how much you have left. Just gonna pop some under my eyes. I like that you twist it up because there's not a lot of product wastage then by doing it that way. Down there and on my eyes. I will go and do my eyebrows and I will save you the trouble of watching me do that, and I will be right back. So I'm back. If you're wondering which products I use to do my eyebrow, I just use the Anastasia Brow Wiz in the colour medium brown, and then I use the MAC fibre gel and that's in the colour Spiked. But I list everything that I use in the description below, so just check it out if you're wondering about colours and products. The next thing we'll move on to is a little bit of highlighter. Comes from the Pillow Talk collection. Same thing as the bronzer, you can twist it to open and close it. But it does also have a really nice colour to it. You can see the little bit of colour it's got. Now I'm just gonna tap that in. So I'm just applying a little bit at a time. You can see that there. And I'm just gonna work that in with my finger, and all her products work in really well together. Now she has the compact powder and I'm in the shade Fair. That just comes like that. You can also get powder like this, the translucent powder. I'm just going to pop on some of that translucent powder. Regarding bronzers, she's got 2 different types of bronzers. This is her Airbrush Bronzer and this is in the colour 1. Fair. And this one is this Filmstar Bronze and Glow. Got your bronzer and then your highlighter. This one here, this is number 2. This one here, the bigger one, is number 1. So that gives you an idea of tone. I'm going to use the 1 palette today. And I'm just going to intensify that bronzer down here. Just to give myself a bit more colour all over. I'm just tapping it on. And as always, working it up or down. With your bronzer, if you get a tiny bit of bronzer and you just gently pull it up like this, it actually gives your eyes a bit more of a pulled up look as well. It's just very, very subtle. Now we're going to go into the highlight so I can show you that. I'm going to make it even more dewy and looking nice. You can see how that just intensifies what's already there. So we'll do the same thing on this side here. I'm only taking it a little way down because further you bring your highlighter in, you're taking away that nice lifted look. I'm just going to pop some in the areas on my forehead where I would normally want to have a bit of light. Over my cupid's bow, go over my chin. This is a highlighter that's very, very subtle, goes on like a powder, and you can't really detect it. So this is my type of highlighter. So I have the Charlotte Tilbury Blush. Now the one I have again is in the Cheek to Chic Pillow Talk. So that's the colour there. I'm going to get my fan brush so I don't overdo it, and I'm just going to take some from here from the outside and just very gently build it up. And you can see how pigmented it is, which is why I'm taking a fan brush, because I really want to be accurate where I'm putting it and I don't want it to go everywhere. You can get yourself lost in this pretty quickly. Definitely better start little and build up. Now we can move on to the eyes. This is the Bejeweled palette, and all her palettes like this, if you can see, the colours are grouped into sections of 3. So basically you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 looks. So you don't even have to worry about what colours you're going to put in what, or you can mix them. We're going to mix them up a tiny bit. First thing I want to do is just put some powder on my eyes again, just to make sure that they're all the one colour and that they're nice and smooth. I'm going to tap that powder under my eyes in as well. All I'm doing is making sure that no powder is going to settle into any of the fine lines under my eyes. Another trick, if you have problems with product settling, this is just my MAC. This is just in the colour Brule. Can you see the crease that's happened here from the concealer? Even though I did put a little bit of powder on there, not enough to stop them from creasing, which is why I like to put the shadow there. And it will get into all those tiny, tiny, tiny lines. The first colour I'm actually going to go into is the colour here, which is called Happy Glow. And it's the first matte colour in the palette in the middle. So this one here. I'm just going to put that on the crease, and I'm going to work it just through the crease of my eyelid, just very gently. Now Charlotte's palettes are very pigmented. The payoff is fantastic. So if you're using them for the first time, or you wanted a very soft look, just be careful how much you're putting on at once, because they pack a bit of a punch. Next colour I am going to go into is the purple, and that one's here. I'm just going to put that through my crease as well, just like I did with the other one. I'm going to go into a smaller brush and I'm going to grab the pink from next to the purple. It's off the access because this is a shimmer colour. I'm just going to take that halfway over my lid. Definitely could use my finger. It will come up even more intense than this. Once these shimmer colours have got something to cling on to and you've got a decent amount down on your eyelid, it's pretty easy to build them up without putting your finger in them if you've got long nails like me or you don't want to stick your finger in your palettes. With a clean brush again, I'm going to go into that dark purple here that we started with, and I'm going to put that on the outside corner. So just literally sit the brush on that corner there and let the product just stamp onto the eyelid. Just like that. And I'll do the same thing on the other side. Okay, now with what I've got left on my brush, just to bring it all together, I'm just going to use this brush. And I'm just going to start in the inner corner and go to the outer corner. And that'll just bring all the colours together, but I'm not mixing what I've got down on my eyelid. And if you feel you needed to work a little bit of that purple up a bit higher, you could do that as well. What I might do is make the inner corner even lighter and go into this colour here, just next to the pink that we used, and just take that on the very first third of my eye. Very dusty pale pink on the inner third of my eye. So I'm going to go into that colour that we just used and I'm just going to put it on the inside corner of my eye just to give it a little bit extra. This eye pencil is fantastic because it's dual ended. I'm going to go into black and I'm going to line the top layer of my eye but from underneath, and I'll show you. You just very gently go in like this. Now I think I showed you before, but if you find that difficult, what you can do is you can actually put the pencil down onto your eyelid and just keep blinking and bring it along like that. I think I'll put the black along my bottom eyelid as well. And obviously that will help to transfer it to the top if you're not confident putting it on the top lid. Now this is one of her mascara. I really like this one. This is full fat lashes. I'll let that little bit of mascara there dry. I have her lip pencil and this is in Iconic Nude. And then I have her lipstick in KKW. If you're familiar with her Pillow Talk lipstick, the KKW is just a tiny bit lighter. Now that I've done that, what I want to do is show you a trick, especially if we're wearing masks, to make the lipstick stay a bit longer. That's going to give me a little bit of insurance in terms of how long it's going to stay on. If you put a mask on over that, it won't transfer. I will go in with this lipstick over the top. So that is everything, and I will see you again very soon. Bye.